Hello, everybody, and welcome to 3 Points of Light with the co-host, me, Darlene, Mama D, and Jennifer's Journey. Say hi, Jennifer.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
As if she remembers to unmute herself. And Brian, I'm sure he would be saying hello, but Brian is still under the weather, so unless he makes a sneak-in appearance, he won't be here today, but I'm going to say hi for him. And our guest today is Phill Renton. Now, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right because my pronunciation of names and stuff really not so good. Hey, Phill.
Good evening, darling. Thank you very much for inviting me on tonight.
Oh, it's our pleasure. It's our pleasure. Hey, everybody in the chat room, Donna, Jackie, Leo, and everybody else is on camera or on sound. So, Phill, tell everybody a little bit about you.
My big toe is on my right foot and my left foot.
Are you sure about that? Have you checked?
You said the little thing about me.
Well, that would be the little toe, not the big toe.
Well, this is true, but, everything in proportion. How to describe myself? I am a natural-born medium. Natural-born, that sounds terrible. I am a natural medium and healer. It took me quite a few years to actually take on board spirit and work with spirit on a proper basis, serving, healing and helping others. But that was because of the choice and circumstances that I had in my late teens, which pushed me away from spirit, should we say. So I am clairsentient. I work on platform. I do stage presentation. I do live chat on Facebook. I love doing that. I really do.
Fun, aren't they?
It's a very strange environment because you cannot see the people you're speaking to. You cannot see the reaction. You can read what they put, but you have to go purely on spirit's link. When I describe myself, I don't particularly like to say clairvoyant. I prefer to say spirit medium because I believe the spirit, people's loved ones in spirit speak to me, communicate to me to communicate to them. I know people like to say clairvoyant and all the terms psychic and all the rest, but I find that not where I come from. I come from a spiritual aspect. And I find it very amazing. I did a divine service in a place called Rwabon, which is North Wales tonight. I've worked in Rwabon a few times, and it was nice to be asked to go there tonight to do a divine service. So those are the type of things that I do. I have done quite a bit of work on Facebook. Presently, I am reading. I think it's 420 photographs on Facebook. 420 people have sent their photographs to me, and I'm reading them at the moment, going through that list at the moment.
Wow.
So yes,
I'm putting into the chat room. I'm going to put your links to your Facebook page and to your website. So there you go. If anybody wants to check out Phill, I've heard you on your Facebook live chat. I don't get, because we're the 5 hours different, I don't get everything. I'm just waking up in the morning and you're going to lunch. Just like, I don't get to hang out much. But I didn't know that was something new for me. I didn't know that you read photographs. So that's interesting.
It's most mediums, spirit mediums, can do a plethora of different things.
Yeah.
And it depends on, I suppose realistically, it depends on what spirit want you to do at the present time. True. I've read quite a few photographs of people who have already passed into spirit.
Okay.
And that's not too bad because you are connecting with someone's loved one in spirit, and you've been able to speak to them in spirit and give a communication. But when you read live, or rather when you read people's photographs who are live, you pick up on the energy of that photograph, and again, you connect with their loved ones to give a message.
I agree. Totally agree.
Yeah, the eyes are the windows to the soul.
Ooh!
And I do have to say to people, I need to see their eyes. I need to see them on their own in the picture. Even if you have, say, a dog or a cat or someone else in that picture, they have an energy. And their energy might be stronger than yours. And I could be reading the wrong person because they are in the picture. And a snapshot of the person captures that person in that moment there and then. So what I was doing is reading for people for the year ahead, 2017. But people were giving me photographs of 4, 5, 6 years old. And it's like, well, it's very, very difficult to read for the year ahead when it's
giving
actually
something
year behind.
from the back.
Yes.
Yeah. That would make sense, yeah. So what, people just post it, take a picture and post it in your page, on your page?
Yeah. I mean, that was the easiest way. The other thing they were trying to do was they had a group photograph that they liked, and they cut out just the picture.
Okay.
So again, it might be the picture of them, but the people who are also in that original photograph, their energy bleeds through as well.
That makes sense.
I mean, realistically, what I should have said to people is, please do a selfie, a recent selfie, and send it to me, and I'll read. It's a lot of, as you said earlier tonight, trial and error. I find spirit always surprise me. Tonight I give quite a few messages out, and I was hearing spirit. I don't normally hear spirit, but I was hearing them tonight, and that was really interesting. I gave a message to a gentleman. His father and also his father's uncle stepped in and gave some really good evidence. And the gentleman at the end of the night came over to me and shook my hand and said, "Thank you very much for that." I don't want to say that he was a doubter, but I do feel at the start of the night he didn't think that he would get a message. He didn't think, much of the spiritual way. And yet spirit just stepped in and said, right, you need to look after yourself. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to do the other. And it was a very strange message. I remember, when I give messages, spiritual messages, I will only remember about 20% of the message. Yeah. It's a bit like Swiss cheese. And the reason for that is because it's not the message from me. It's a message through me from spirit. So exactly. It's not my memory. It's not my psychic connection that I'm reading. It is the spiritual link. But, and I'm trying to explain on platform that this gentleman that was his father was saying that when someone is speaking to you and you're not too sure whether to trust them or not, look at the shoes. If they look after the shoes and polish the shoes, they can be trusted. I'm thinking that's a very, very strange piece of advice. And the gentleman turned around and said, yes, but the gentleman turned around and said, that's exactly what my father would have said. Thank you. I needed to hear that. And I went, ooh. I mean, this is in front of other people and you're thinking, how can you actually prove that works? How can you actually prove that that's right? Yeah. He knew exactly what his father would have said.
Very true.
That sort of confirmation, that sort of evidence is brilliant because you can't make it up. Even if you tried 100 times, 1,000 times, you could not get probability right. It had to come from his father to come to him for him to say, yes, that's right. And that's what I love about Spirit. They keep teaching me, keep training me, keep me on my toes.
Well, I think everybody is always constantly learning. So, and it just goes to prove it, because you've been doing this for a few years, and a couple other people that we've had on this have said the same thing. No matter how long you've been doing this for, you're always constantly learning. You're constantly open to Spirit's teachings.
Yes.
Or sharings, which the case may be. Jennifer, do you have any questions for Phil?
No, I'm just still laughing at myself.
Squealing in your corner, isn't it?
Squealing, yeah. It was.
Here's the little thing.
Yeah, it was what he said about the eyes being the windows to the soul. That's big synchronicity for me, and that's why I squealed.
Yes. Here's a little tidbit about our Jennifer. When she gets excited and things hit spot on, she squeals. And she squeals. No matter where she is, she'll squeal.
Okay.
So if you hear that squealing, it's a good sign. It's not that somebody goosed. So it could be somebody goosed her, but
Right. Okay. Sorry, as a man, that sounds a bit okay.
That's okay. We'll allow you that.
Right, thank you.
So far, well, Leo's very quiet this evening, but you're the only man on camera and on voice. And normally I'm picking on Brian, our other co-host, because he's the only other guy in the house, and I get to pick on him. And he's not here, so you just might pick on you guys.
That's fine. No problem at all. I'm big enough and ugly enough to accept any issues coming my way.
Okay, cool. Well, I just won't kick you out of the room like I've done to Brian.
Sounds good.
I guess.
Phil, I did see on the website that you do spiritual development. Are you still doing that, or?
I am, yes. I have about 8 trainees at the present moment. Mm-hmm. And although Christmas and New Year have come and gone, it's just a case of them sorting out their life to get back into the spiritual development aspect. There's a lot being going on. I don't know whether you're aware about Mercury in retrograde.
Oh, yeah.
I think someone said about 5 days. It might have been 5 days. It stopped, so it's actually moving forward now. But that Mercury was in retrograde for quite a long time, and it did cause a lot of disruption. Now it feels as though we're more moving ahead. It certainly feels as though we're just on the cusp of a lot of changes, a lot of good new stuff coming in.
And I feel it. I feel it too. Awesome.
Yeah. It's, I was looking at what Jackie wrote. I love watching smoke curl. Okay, nice.
Leo's playing with his incense smoke tonight.
Ah, right, okay. No, it's just that I'm wondering why that was on the it was on there, but still, in the chat. Right, okay. But I teach. Again, I try and find trainees who have a connection to spirit, and find what their strengths and weaknesses are. Mm-hmm. Try and get them to put their weaknesses to one side and concentrate on their strengths. I describe myself as clairsentient, and a lot of different mediums work in different ways. Personally, I get a lot of symbolism. Now, say for example, and this is an example I tend to use. If I say there's an elephant, I can see an elephant for you. You might immediately think of Dumbo. You might think of a model of an elephant. You might think of big ears. Whatever the case is, when I say elephant, you will think certain things. For me, as a management consultant in a job that I do, for me, when I think of elephant, there is a big problem in the room that people are not dealing with it. They're trying to avoid it, and this elephant's not going away. They have to deal with it for that problem, that elephant, to go out the way. And then the secondary item I look at when I see the elephant or have the elephant presented to me is always remember, remember, remember. Because an elephant never forgets. And that to me is how a lot of spirit connect with me through symbolism. So how I give the communication out is I usually say to people, I can see an elephant, it's here, it's standing there and it's looking at you. To me, this means there's a big problem around you in your life, in your existence at the present moment. Everyone is trying to ignore it, especially you. You need to deal with it. And what they tend to come back to me and say, how did you know that from an elephant? And it's because on the symbolism, it's what the symbol means to me. But on the same aspect, I remember I gave this message to a lady not so long back, and she said she used to have an elephant toy, and wherever she went for the first 6 years of her life, she had this elephant toy. And all of a sudden, it disappeared. She never knew what happened about it, but it disappeared. She always remembers this elephant toy that disappeared. And she was always worried about people disappearing, about things disappearing, because this elephant toy disappeared. So it's what the elephant meant for her. But, you know, the teaching is not so much me teaching, but spirit teaching. A lot of the information that I come across is that spirit want people to learn their way, to concentrate on what they are really good at, not the bad things. You know, if you cannot hear spirit, you cannot just switch on hearing aids to hear spirit. And I don't believe there is any real way you could pick up on hear spirit if you cannot hear spirit, if you know what I mean. You might improve it, but if you can see spirit, and you can see them in full form, then that's brilliant. So concentrate on what your strengths are. Concentrate on what spirit have given you as a gift. Focus on that and expand on that, the minimal things. Because I hear people saying, well, you should do it this way and should do it that way. And you have to do a message, you know, A, B, C, D. I think that's not, that might be fine for the organizations and the institutions, but people need to learn their way. People need to learn what's right for them first and expand from that, not trying to do it someone else's way.
Very true. Now, I've got a question in regards to that. When somebody comes to you and says, I would like to take your class on teach me how to be a better medium. Now, I normally hear spirit, but I would like to see spirit. I'm just using this as an example. I don't either. Would you tell them, like, can you tell that their seeing is not what their forte is going to be? If they hear it, they have to focus on that, and the seeing will come in time if it's meant to?
Yes. It's, if spirits have given you the gift of sight, then that's brilliant. If they've given you the gift of hearing, the advantage with hearing is you tend to get names. You tend to get specific details that people are very prone to listen to and very prone to pick up on. I get asked quite a few times, can you give me a name? Well, I don't hear a name, so I can't give a name. And although they'll present certain names, it's like I said tonight in the Divine Service. names are not brilliant for me because I could probably say to everyone in this service, can you take John? And everyone will say, well, yes, I know a John in spirit, or I know a Mary in spirit, which is unfortunate because that's a general name, not a specific. Yet I gave dates of birthdays, dates of anniversaries, and people could take that. And when I give a specific date, it's like saying to you, darling, 16th of July. You remember the 16th of July?
No.
Right. Think about it.
Oh, I'm
An
a slow thinker.
anniversary. Okay. It's an anniversary. It'll come to you soon. 16th of July. Third week of July. I've stumped you now.
Yes, you have.
Yes, okay. Don't worry about it. But that specific date, whether it be an anniversary, a passing, or a birthday, is relevant to the spirit that's coming in, or the person, or whatever it's about. The reason why I was given that 16th of July to you, darling, is because on the 16th there's going to be a sea change around you. I can't really explain too much. Around the 16th of July. You understand what I mean by a sea change?
No.
Okay. The other term is 180-degree turn.
Okay.
Right. So if you're going down a path, you do a 180-degree turn or a sea change and come back along the path you come on.
Okay.
Okay. And that's not because you're going down the wrong path, but more on the basis that for you there is change. For you, you've gone down that path as far as you need to, and you need to come back and find another junction. Yeah.
Okay.
But it seems that either every 5 or every 6 years, you do this sort of thing. You do a sea change. You do a 180-degree, or you do a 90-degree turn. But it's on a 5 to 6 year cycle. Okay?
That would make sense.
Yeah, for me, mine is 12 years. Every 12 years, I do completely different. I change course. I change ships. I jump ships. But for you, it's more between 5 and 6. And I feel at the moment you're between this 5 and 6. So if you go back to, what are we looking at? 2012, you will have had a big change in your life. And now another one's coming in this year.
Okay. Phil, my question to you now is, do you turn on and off? Or is this something?
We're not turning you on.
I'm glad I asked that question. Okay, great. I don't feel alone anymore.
Yes.
It's Jennifer now. It's Jennifer. It's not me.
Right. So
can you turn spirit on and off? We're not even going to go there. I'm not talking about turning anybody on anymore. That's it. We're done.
And that is what I was talking about. I mean,
Right. Yes. How can I put that? I am open 24/7.
Okay. Good.
Right. I find that if say for example, I go into a block of flats, high-rise block of flats. You have an environment that is very suppressive, very depressive even, because people tend to be negative in that sort of environment. Now, whether they're on government benefits, whether they are loners, whatever the case is, that can be quite a negative environment. If I was to step into that building, spirit will switch me off like a heartbeat and they'll close me down. and then when I come out or I need to work or whatever, they'll switch me on. Switching on and off is easier than saying turning on and off, I must admit. So I'll go on a switching phase. I have done this quite a few times where I've actually closed myself down, closed all my chakras, totally gone into a closed down situation, and then I've had someone on Facebook send me a message or a messenger, send me a message, can you help me with this? Before they finished writing the message, Spirit have already switched me back on,
Okay,
and
right.
I'm given a message.
Yeah, I'm somebody that can't shut up, I cannot shut myself
Turn
down.
it down.
But I am so much happier this way. I have tried, and it just does not work for me. And I know a lot of people say, oh, that's unhealthy, but for me, it's not. It's healthier for me to stay open 24 hours.
I don't really consider opening or closing. I just find if Spirit want me to work, then they'll get me to work. If they don't, they'll close me down. I trust in how they want to work with me and how they want me to work. They have a far better idea because they know my past, they know my present, and know my future. They know what I can do. They know my strengths. They know how strong I am as an individual and how strong I am connected with Spirit. So they have got far more knowledge than I have. And again, I'll talk about certain organisations. They say you should do this, you should do that, and should do the other. But who's telling them they should do that sort of things? Is that a man-made aspect or is that spirit-made aspect?
Mm-hmm.
It's play, again, I'll use the term, playing to your strengths. If Spirit have made you open 24/7, there is a reason for it. There is a reason because you're always there helping others. You're always there at a drop of a hat giving some spiritual advice, some healing, some communication for someone else.
Yes, she is.
Yes, so that's what I believe anyways. I know other mediums will say, no, but we are all different. There's many different ways of skinning a cat, but we're all different.
Ew. Okay. Don't like that phrase, but okay.
Skinning a cat, yes.
If Brian was here, we'd say baiting a hook for Dorothy. She'd understand that, and Brian would be like, not fishing again. But yes, kidding again. Okay. Just a quick note for everybody in the chat room. Brian, I spoke to his wife, and his back is really on it. So if everybody would just send him a little love and healing, that would be muchly appreciated. He's the third point in our 3 points of light.
Busy missing tonight.
Yes, he is. He was missing last week, but last week he had a man cold. And Leo told us all that it was a real thing.
Yeah.
Okay, there was a question I wanted to ask. Let's see. Okay. Oh, my stupid thing is blinking again. I'm a cat when I see something shiny or hear something shiny, I just kind of go off. So give me half a second. We have a pretty good amount of people in the chat room. Okay, if anybody has a question for Phil and his tie.
And his tie.
We got a close-up of the tie.
Yeah, sorry, the power connection was coming out of the laptop.
Okay. Post it in the chat room. You can always mic up as well, and I'll unmute you possibly, maybe, who knows, if I'm feeling like it. And you can always ask Phil a question. But again, y'all know this is a safe place for asking questions. Leo, or anybody else who's got questions, you have a question, pipe it up. Okay. When You say you do healing. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Is your healing connected with, is your healing connected with your psychic mediumship? Because I've heard of something new this past week, that somebody who does healing and it enhances their psychic mediumship. That's my question. Do you work them together, or do they?
They can work together. They can work in tandem. They can work separately. A lot depends on what people need. I spoke to a healer tonight, again given a message, and I said to this lady, "What is rule 101 with healing?" And she couldn't answer me. So I said, "What's the first rule of healing?" She said, "I don't know." I said, "Well, it's heal yourself first. You have to heal yourself first before you can heal others. If you keep healing others and not healing yourself, your fuel tank, your energy reserve gets depleted. You run yourself out. You run yourself down." And that is a very common problem for a lot of healers. I'm fortunate in the sense that when I work on a healing basis, I can do distant healing. I can scan people from head to toe. I can get told what their aches and pains are, what the issues are, where the problems are. I can send healing to them. I don't direct it such as Reiki, but I just send the healing to them. Spirit will do the rest. Because there's a connection between me and that person, the healing will go out to them and it will go to where it's needed. For yourself, Darlene, I feel very much the left wrist, problem with the left wrist. Do you understand this with you for a moment?
Yeah, I have to figure out which is right or left. I'm a good little Catholic girl. When I got to do that, I got to do the sign of the cross. So yes, this one. Yes, yeah.
Your left wrist, right? Okay, because there's a gentleman that stepped forward who was what I describe as a left paw. He was left-handed, and he's doing quite a bit of gesturing. He's moving his hand, but he's not moving his right hand. He's only moving his left hand. Okay. And he used to talk with his hands, but more with his left hand than his right. Okay, do you understand this gentleman at all?
I think so.
Okay. Do you understand a Robert or a Bob on the airplane and also one in spirit?
On the earth plane, no, but in spirit, yes.
Right, okay. I'm told there is still one on the earth plane, but I'll let you think about that. Okay. The reason why this communication is coming in is you should have your left wrist strapped up. You should be wearing a strap on your left wrist. Okay? I'm being told that it's only going to get weaker, not stronger, by it needs that support at the moment, right? Okay?
Okay.
In actual fact, they're telling me that you should put it across your chest sometimes and have it wrapped up. Okay? Do you understand the cut on your wrist, your left wrist as well? Cut or a wound, small wound.
No. Like, yeah, okay. Yes.
Okay. No, that's again. They're telling me this for confirmation to yourself.
Okay.
Okay. No, okay. Sorry about this. It's just the way that this gentleman's very, very strong. Wants to come through. He's. I don't know whether you can see my wrist.
Yes.
I've got chakra bracelets on. These chakra bracelets are different colours of the chakras,
Right.
and also it's did have a name now. It's gone. It's the crystal that is a magnet.
Okay.
That's also on there. Right. If you break them open, they're actually
it is hematite.
colour. Hematite. That's it. Yeah. And this to me is about circulation. This to me helps the circulation through. So I feel for yourself, darling, that you need some healing with circulation around you at the moment.
Okay.
Things are getting a bit blocked in your chi. Okay? Do you understand where I'm coming from on this?
Yes. Yes, I do.
It's as though the blockage, and don't take this too literal, but it's as though the blockage is moving around, because one day it'll be like your shoulder, the next day it'll be your arm, the day after it'll be the hip, but it's as though the blockage is moving around and stopping certain points within you,
Okay.
right? So, yeah. So you need to have more balance, as in open and close your chakras, right?
Okay.
Because you haven't done that for a while, I'm told. Is that right?
No, I haven't.
No. And you see, by opening and close your chakras,
Mm.
you basically allow the energy centers, which are the chakras, to vibrate at the right sort of frequency and vibrate, and they vibrate and they spin in different directions to each other.
Okay.
And once they are spinning in alignment and spinning correctly, you will feel a lot more empowered and a lot more energetic. Because this chaplain's telling me there are certain days it would probably be a good day for you to stay in bed rather than get up. Is that right?
Yeah, Monday through Friday. Yeah. Yes, there are days that.
So, if I'm right in saying you can already feel that healing coming through to you now?
Yes.
Yes. And how far are we away from each other? 5,000?
A little bit.
Yeah. So 5,000 miles, you're getting healing from me.
Yeah.
Through spirit. So spirit will step in because your loved ones in spirit are with you. Spirit are with me, so they use me as a conduit to get over to you to let you know what the ailments are, what the issues are, and what you need to do. But they also send you healing.
Yeah, because it's like you said, as a healer, I am a healer. I always put myself last because that's also I do it as a mom too. Most moms, we put ourselves last, put our children first, and I always say that my Facebook family is my family, whether it's of blood or of heart. So I put my children back.
Yeah.
Thanks, Renee. I always put my children first, my family first. So yes, I do forget myself.
Mm.
Mm. Thank you. Brian, I'm going to unmute you. Brian.
Thank you kindly. How are you?
I'm good. Brian, meet Phil. Phil, meet Brian. The third point of our three lives.
Hi, Brian. How you doing, my friend?
Not too good at the moment, but I'm getting there.
Nice. Okay. Was the gentleman that stepped forward. He said, "Take the door off its hinges and lay on the door."
I just lay on the floor. That's the best bet. But no, I was in bed all day yesterday and half of the day before.
Yeah.
But, trouble standing up or sitting down. You know, it's sciatic nerve. So.
Sciatic nerve. Yeah.
Really, really painful.
Okay. Right. Yes. No, I can understand that. I'm being told you don't like painkillers either. Is that right?
Yes.
You are the last person to take drugs of any sort.
Any type at all.
You have really got to be, forgive me about saying this, but at death's door before you take chemicals.
Anything.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
Strong believer. I've been a healer right through my life, and I can heal myself normally. But this is, it's just gone beyond yes. Nasty.
Yeah. You need. Yeah. I'm trying to. Okay. Right. Have you been to the doctors yet about this?
I got back about 10 minutes ago, to be honest. I had an appointment at 10 o'clock.
Right.
So.
Has it spoken about the slip disc?
No.
Right.
More a matter of,
I have to say to you, I'm not medically trained, right? So when they show me certain things and give me certain information, I still have to say to people, this is from spirit, not from me. But they're talking about an information between your 7th and 8th vertebrae. Right?
Well, yes.
Okay. Remember I've said 7 and 8th, right? And it is a slipped disc. I know you said sciatic nerve and all the rest, but I'm being told by spirit that it's a slipped disc. Okay?
Right, fair enough. Actually, I had that when I was 27. I was lifting a car engine out and
pulled it out
then.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Did you slip on some ice or snow recently?
No, we don't have ice in Australia, mate.
No, the reason why I say but I mean people can slip on ice in the fridge because a freezer or an ice cube, but I feel as though there was a slip of some sort and you suddenly stopped, jarred your foot recently. You know where you might stand on a piece of paper and move quickly.
Yeah, possibly.
You understand? Right. Okay. I just feel as though you've had a sudden jar to the spine, and this inflammation has just flared up again.
Could well be.
The reason why I said the snow and ice is just that I see something like an ice cube, or I see something like ice on the floor that you wouldn't normally expect. And it was just a sudden movement. But I'm being told this happened 8 or 9 days ago.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Was next door. People next door to us asked if they could put their trailer up the side of their house, and I was just giving them a bit of a push. I know I shouldn't have done. It was stupid of me, but on the floor we got lots of the cones off of pine trees. And they're all over the floor. Put your foot on that, and it's just like being on ice, to be honest with you.
Okay. Right.
There you go.
No, that's fine. Right. Are you lying down at the present moment? You're lying face down?
No, I'm sitting in front of the computer.
Okay.
It won't be for too long.
No, it's... Right. Okay. Right, okay. I have to give you a warning, right? And this is, for things to get better, things have to get worse first.
Yes.
Right? I'm going to be quite graphic on this. If you have an open wound, if you have a wound, the dirt and the pus that's in that wound have got to be cleaned out first before it can start healing. And cleaning out that wound is more painful sometimes than the wound itself.
Yeah.
Okay? So I will say to you, because I've got a doctor, a spirit doctor with me here, he's going to come to you tonight in your sleep, because apparently you'll be face down at some point. Now, I don't know whether you sleep on your back or sleep on your face, but you're going to be face down at some point, and he's going to work on this vertebrae, right?
Yeah, thank you.
And he's right, okay. He's going to manipulate it, and he's explaining to me. I've got my eyes closed at the present moment because I'm working with him, and he's showing me. You know where you push and you prod, and eventually it just clicks into place.
Yeah.
But pushing and you know, it's like a washer. Sometimes you just got to push it into place for it to stay into place. Or a spacer. It's not so much a washer, but more like a spacer. And you really got to put a lot of effort in to get it just click it into place.
Mm-hmm.
This spirit doctor's showing me he's going to be doing this tonight. So don't be surprised if and when you wake up, it feels 20 times worse than it was when you went to sleep. Okay? But he says you need to drink plenty of water, sugared water, so there needs to be sugar put in the water. I'm not telling you to drink Lucozade, but something like Lucozade or an energy drink, isotonic energy drink like Monster or what's the other one? Monster
Red
or
Bull?
Red Bull.
Red
That's
Bull?
it, Red Bull. Because what happens with those sorts of drinks is they get the blood flowing around the systems very quick. And although they're high in caffeine, they get your energy levels running round. And if the blood runs round, it'll heal a lot quicker. And you'll feel more energetic. Although, as you said, you don't want to take painkillers, you don't want to take medicines. I feel after he's done this work, you might want to take 1 or 20 paracetamols. Okay? Right? I'm not telling you to take 20 paracetamols. I'm trying to explain to you at how the intensity is going to be. Now, he's telling me, and I don't doubt him in the slightest, he's telling me by 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, it will just click away. It'll be like someone's just switched the pain off. Right? And it'll be like, what? Up to that point, it will be excruciating. It will be really, really, really painful. Come 3 o'clock, you'll wonder what's happened. It's gone, right? It won't disappear completely, but it will be a very sudden stop. And it will be like, whoa, I didn't have back pain. You know, it was all in my imagination. So remember I've said 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But before that, you're going to be cursing me. I'm sorry, but it's not me, it's spirit, right? In the morning, you will say, why couldn't he do this somewhere else to someone else, not me? But it's because they have to get rid of the information, they have to get rid of the problem before they can do the healing. And when the healing takes over and actually takes effect, it'll be like a light switch is being switched off or switched on, whichever way you wish to do it. But it'll be all of a sudden, click, and it'll be like, oh, it's gone. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm also told, Brian, you're not a betting man either.
No. I'm a bit boring, to be quite honest. I don't drink.
I don't know. Right. I don't know when these sorts of things. Do you have the lottery in Australia? Or similar to the lottery? Right? Is it called tomorrow? Does it come out tomorrow?
Today, Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday lotto, isn't it, love? Yeah, there is Tuesday lotto, yeah.
Tuesday. Okay. Right, I don't know this, you see. It's just, I'm listening to this gentleman, he's telling me so much information, and I'm trying to work it out. Right, I've got a very itchy right hand, and to me this is about luck, right?
Oh.
This might seem very, very strange, but after 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, you need to put 2 tickets on the lottery. Okay? Now, I'm not going to predict a fantastic windfall, but I will say it will still put a smile on your face. So you need to buy nice. 2 tickets. You need to You need to use the numbers of people's birthdays or ages, right? I don't know whether it's 6 numbers, 8 numbers, 5 numbers. I've got absolutely no idea about this. But apparently you can, if it's 6 numbers, you can come up with 6 different numbers, which are people's ages. Right? Right?
They'll all be high numbers then.
No, there's going to be 2 low numbers as well. Right? A boy and a girl, nephews.
Well, yeah.
Nephew, niece, young. Right, again.
10, I think.
Oh, see, don't feed the medium. I was going to say 8 and 10.
Sorry.
I'm fat enough, honest. But I'm being told 8 and 10. So those are 2 low numbers. And then the other numbers you'll work out, right? As I say, I'm not predicting a big win. I'm not predicting... If it is a big win, great. But it's more a case that because you keep giving, Spirit want to give you something back, right? And because of all this pain, they also want to alleviate that pain by putting a smile on your face at the end of the day. Okay? So don't do the ticket before 3 o'clock. Do the ticket after 3 o'clock tomorrow, and then things will work out.
Oh, we'll try that for certain.
Okay. Can you take a dog that passed to Spirit at a fairly young age, between 2 and 3 years of age?
Yes.
Right, okay. There's your evidence to prove what this gentleman's talking about. Okay?
Yeah.
And do you understand the gentleman right, okay. I can't say who might. If he is or isn't. Okay. There's a gentleman you don't know, used to work with quite a few years ago, and I feel as though he lost the top of his little finger on his right hand. It's like he lost the top digit.
Yeah. I think I remember, yeah. Yeah, that's very possible. We might trade anyway.
No, it's again a case, but it's strange because his hands were quite small. It wasn't that easy to see. It was only because he didn't have a nail on his little finger did you realise that he didn't have the top of his little finger.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, they want to give you this evidence to prove what they're talking about. And no matter how painful it becomes tomorrow morning, remember 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Right?
Will do.
And you just have to, right, okay. Okay. Have you got a wooden spoon?
Yeah, but the wife's normally holding it.
Yes. Right. The problem I'm being shown is you might need to bite on this wooden spoon a few times.
Can I thwack him with it?
You could hit him with a bulldozer and I don't think he'd feel anything at all. From what I'm being shown. What I feel this is for is, again, Brian, that this pain will be really, really poor, really bad. And there'll be times when you'll have to bite on the spoon or a piece of leather or something just to, really get it out. But keep thinking about 3 o'clock. Keep thinking about 3 o'clock. Keep working your mind for 3 o'clock, right?
Mm-hmm.
And don't give in. Don't capitulate. Don't worry about it. After 3 o'clock, it'll be the light switch. And as I say, the lottery ticket, the 2 lottery tickets will really, really help.
Wow.
Do you understand? I don't know whether this is present or past, but I've got a green painted front door. They're not showing me any numbers, but they're showing me a green door.
Yeah.
Right. Who's behind the green door? Is that a soul?
Yes.
It is. Okay.
Yeah. Bill. What was his name? Bill Haley.
Ah, right.
Behind the green door.
Oh, I haven't heard that in years, but I just heard someone saying behind the green door. Okay. Right, and with that, Brian, I will leave you for Love of Spirit. Please let me know how you get on. After 3 o'clock, not before, because I don't think I think the air will be a bit blue before 3.
Well, 3 o'clock for me would probably be round about the middle of the night for you. So.
And?
You leave me a message, Brian. Leave me a message, Brian, and I'll pass it on.
Right, that'll be fine.
Nice.
Thank you very, very much for that reading. I do appreciate it.
It's about, as I say, Brian, it's about giving back to you because you always give to others. Right?
That's what Pauline was saying to me yesterday.
Good.
If he wasn't given to somebody else, he mucked up his back once. Your grandma smacked the crap out your ass, Brian.
Well, this is it. She keeps pushing me out of the room and locking me out. It's nasty, really. I'm getting used to it. My shoulders are broad.
Yeah. But remember to keep that wooden spoon around.
Yeah.
Right? If you're not going to take painkillers, then keep hold of that wooden spoon.
Yeah, it's the only way. But,
yeah.
No, my doctor said exactly the same thing about, as I say, half an hour ago. And
did he?
He said, you've got to start taking the pills. But, no, he's given me a script for Panadol Osteo and Brufen. So,
okay.
Good stuff.
Well, as I say, whether it's a situation, you fight through it, or you get the painkillers, whatever the case is, it's what's good for you, Brian. It's not what other people think or say or whatever. But Spirit really want to try and show you there is light at the end of the tunnel with this. They really want to show you that they're with you. But unfortunately, they have to do some serious work beforehand, which isn't going to make things easier, but it will make things better in the long term. And I know we're only talking about, but it will feel tomorrow that your morning up till 3 will go on and on and on and on. I could see, time is just going to tick, 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 tick. Right. So, I really do feel for you. I really do, because,
So, thank you very much again.
No problem
really
at all.
Appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Phil. Okay, we've got 2 other people waiting in line. I think Nell, Native Earth Lady. was first. I got a private message from her. And then after Nell is Leo. And if anybody else wants something, put a hands up. Neither of them can come online. I'm not going to put Leo on because Leo's been taking caffeine pills. Let's go for Native Earth Lady, also known as Kathy Briggs. Nell, do you have any specific question? I'm muting you, Brian. Thank you. I think there's a bit of a delay here between what we say and what they... Now we'll take whatever that you and Spirit have for her.
I'm just reading.
Okay. Silliness has been going on in the chat room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Earthly now.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Sorry, am I supposed to be reading for someone, or is someone supposed to be speaking to me?
No, if you could just, because a lot of people don't have, well, Nell doesn't have a microphone. So if
right,
you could.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Nell. Right. Okay. The trouble is with this is whether I can get actual feedback from what. Can she give feedback on?
Yes. Yeah. She'll
Right,
be able to give
okay.
feedback in the chat room.
Right. Where is she? Is she listening at the moment?
Yes, she is.
Okay. I can't see what she's at. Right. Okay. Yes.
Yes, she's in the rating.
Right. Okay. Now, I don't know how this appears to you, but right. Okay. There's a TV program going back quite a few years called Fools and Horses. Only Fools and Horses. And it had the Trotter brothers in, I think. I can't remember that well, but I'm being shown Fools and Horses and the Trotter brothers. Del Boy was one of the characters. Now, can you understand this? Do you understand the program I'm talking about?
Is the program from the UK? Oh,
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yes, you can. Right. Okay. Right. There's a gentleman in spirit who. Right. Okay. There's a gentleman in spirit connected with you who was a bit of a Del Boy who was always selling. Okay, I can't put it the way they say it. Dodgy stuff that used to fall off the back of a lorry, stuff that a tripod that only had 2 legs, a record without a hole in the middle. It was strange stuff. Do you understand this, Nell? Do you understand this Chapman in spirit? Is that yes or no? Sounds like my ex. Right, okay. Okay. Nell, is he in spirit, or are you aware he's in spirit? I don't want to put someone there that is not there, and vice versa.
Yes, he is.
Right, okay. Right, okay, right. No, okay, nice. Oh, right, okay. I'm stuck for words. That's how I feel at the present moment. He's now been able to get through to you, and he doesn't know what to say because there's so much he wants to say, but he doesn't know how to say it. He doesn't know how to say it in the right sort of way. Okay, right. So he wants to say it in songs. Right, okay. There's a song that I have to quote to you now, and it's by Blue and Elton John saying, sorry is the hardest.
Sorry seems to be the hardest word.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, right. Sorry seems to be the hardest word. Now, I know, as I say, the ex-business and all the rest, but I feel as though he wants to be Elton John playing on the keyboards. Now, I'm hoping this does not have a reflection in his sexual orientation, but I've also got the big rimmed glasses, which I don't understand. Nell, do you understand this? Because it seems very strange. Never could be. What? Never could be. Eh? How's that? Never could be. Never could be what? I'm not understanding that one.
I'm thinking she's talking about the Elton John, maybe.
Oh, right. He got electric boots. Gigi. Oh,
yes, she's saying yes.
Right. Okay. So, why have I got an itchy chin? Right. Okay. I don't know whether this chap used to have a goatee, but I've really got an itchy chin at the moment, and I'm scratching it a lot. And I feel as though I've got hair on my chin. I had a shave tonight, but I do feel a lot of hair on my chin. And it's irritable. Okay. Right. Okay. Again, it's as though he starts saying stuff and then he backs off. He wants to say something, but then he just stands back. He's quite a proud man, and he finds it difficult to say what he really means. Oh. This is one of those messages which I find very, very difficult to give, because there is so much information and so much feeling with it that I like to hear back from the person I'm speaking to make sure I'm not going in a different direction.
Well, Kathy just recently lost her husband in November, and he did have the hair on the face.
Okay. Who's Kathy?
Kathy is Nell, Native Earth Lady.
Right, okay. All right, okay. See, I'm using a lady called Nell, and yeah. Right, okay. Right, he's very much around Kathy Nell at the present moment, and he's trying to move her forward. He's trying to get her out of I feel that she is moping. I feel that she's too much regret, too much. She's dealing in what she should have done. She's dealing in how things could have been, and it's a lot of remorse and a lot of regret that she couldn't have changed anything. She couldn't have made a difference with anything, because that was his book. That was what he came down to the earth to do. And that was all part of the experience of life's lessons. She needs to pick herself up, dust herself down, and she needs to walk forward. Right, okay. I'm sorry about this, Kathy. I'm calling you Kathy now because that seems to be your name. But you are not, or you should not be, and you are not a couch potato. Get off your backside, get off the couch, and get out. Right, okay. He's suddenly got his voice back. He's suddenly got talking. Oh, right, okay. Right. Oh. Okay. Sorry, there's a lady that's just stepped forward. This is different. This is someone, and I feel this lady used to sing. I'm not too sure whether it was opera or whether it was very oh blimey now stage performance. But I feel as though she clasped her hands in front of her chest, or in her case was bosoms, and she used to sing from deep down, and she used to really throw the voice out, and she really had an exquisite, strong voice. Kathy, can you understand this lady in spirit with a really strong...
Her great-great-grandma.
Brilliant. Right. She's stepping in at the present moment, and she's putting her arm around your shoulder, Kathy, and she's tugging you. And I feel as though you can feel this arm around you, and you can feel like there's a tug. And she wants you to know that you're not on your own. She wants you to know that there are spirit, loved ones in spirit all around you. And she wants you to understand that you can move forward. You can, and you should be moving forward. That you can, okay. Right. I'm going to use a phrase that she's using. Stop crying in your soup. I hope you understand what that means, because I'm going to close. But it's you're crying in your soup, and the trouble with crying in your soup, you're making the soup salty and you're making it watery, and you're not getting the full goodness of the soup. Oh, that's a strange one. No, right, okay. She's also taking me to your hair. And she's saying that you need to wash your hair like you used to wash your hair and stop leaving it for day after day after day after day after day. I don't like giving those sorts of messages to a lady. You say you need to wash your hair. Why? Because Spirit is telling me that you need to wash your hair. Okay, not a problem. Right, okay. I'm being told, Kathy, you need to open the curtains, open the blinds, let some light in, let some air into the house, let the stagnant air out, and let the fresh air in. Circulate air in the property. Right, okay. Ew. Right. Get a wash. Right, I'm being polite now. But I'm also being told you need to get washing on, you need to get fresh clothes on, you need to, right, okay. I always find this difficult when they tell me certain things and it's like, how do I put this in a polite way? Kick yourself up the backside, and move on, Kathy.
Kathy says it's all good.
Okay. Oh, right, okay. The gentleman stepped back. He said, you need to buy yourself a puppy.
A puppy?
Kathy, a puppy. A puppy.
Oh, my goodness.
Is that possible?
She has two now.
Two?
Yes, she has two.
Why am I being told that she needs to buy a puppy?
A German Shepherd, Darlene.
Border Collies are better. Border Collies. Right. Okay. Right. Right. I have a birthday on the 25th of September, Kathy, for you. I have an anniversary on the 16th of April. And I have a passing on the 29th of June. Okay. You read my mind now. All right. Okay. Right. So those 3 dates are important dates to give you confirmation of what spirits are doing around you, trying to help you and trying to get moving. I still don't understand the puppy, but hey ho, there's something about that. It might, no, well, I don't know where it's coming from, but still. Right. Who loves you, baby? Kojak. I'm being told about Kojak. I'm being told about 70s Stavros, Kojak. I can't remember anything else. That's it. So, Kathy, if you can understand Kojak for whatever reason, and lollipops and oh, right. Okay, good. And I've got to give you the lollipop that Kojak had to say, yes, you deserve a treat. Giving a lollipop as a treat. But yeah, I've got to give you that lollipop, Kathy. And I've also got to say to you that your loved ones in spirit have never, ever, ever left you. They've never, ever left you on your own. They're always around you. And to believe and to understand that spirit and your loved ones in spirit love you far more than you'll ever know. Okay? I'll leave you for love of spirit. Thank you.
Ah, thank you. That was very nice. Very nice.
Right?
Okay, Darlene, who was next?
Someone called Supernatural Radio.
That's Corrine.
Corrine, yeah. Asked me, do I know a Ken? Is that Ken in spirit or Ken on the airplane or? I know Barbie. Barbie's got a Ken.
She's saying in spirit.
In spirit, yes, I can. Yes. In spirits, yes. Supernatural radio, yes. Okay, right. Right, where are we off to?
Okay, who is next, Darlene?
You switch yourself off, darling. You sound, no sound.
Okay, up next is Leo. Sorry, I did Jennifer. Didn't I say no? Okay, Leo, come on in. Leo's going to actually cam up as well as mic up, so we're good there. There's Leo.
Hello, Leo.
Okay.
Can you hear me all right?
Leo, can you hear?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
okay.
We can hear you as well. Go on, Leo. What's the question that's been playing on your mind for the last 3 weeks?
Well, it's been quite a lot more than 3 weeks or so. But, like, I'm at this fork in the road, and I'm having trouble deciding which one to go down, because literally, like, my heart wants to go down this one road.
Yeah.
To be go to university and be an adventure guide. And then at the same time, it's like, well, you know, I'd be really interested in the same rights, like literally 50-50, to continue on with my military application and become a pilot. And, like, I literally have both applications open right now. I have to submit a few more papers for each one.
Yeah.
But I don't know which one's the right one to choose.
Right.
And I feel like somebody or something's like trying to tug at me to let me know, but I can't. I don't understand.
Right.
I don't.
Okay. You want to choose between A or B? right? The spirit is telling you something, and it doesn't resonate with you what they're trying to tell you, right? Because there's a third alternative, right? And that third alternative is to choose both and let them decide, right? So in other words, you apply for being the pilot, you apply for the university, and then when both of them come forward, then that's the time to choose. Right? What Spirit want you to do is apply for both of them at the same time. Right? And the reason for that is by applying for both of them and sending off your request for both, then one will come back stronger than the other. Right? And then that will give you the indication what's right for you. In other words, what you're doing is you're sending out your request to the universe, saying, yeah, I'm going to apply for this, I'm going to apply for that, and then the one that's right for you will come back to you stronger than the other. Okay? Now, there are times when there is no one answer fits all. Okay? There are times when we have to just go with the flow. And this is what they're saying to me about you going with the flow. Apply for both. Right. Okay. Weird. Hang on. Let's see. Can I explain this now? Do you understand about, I can't say, there's not so much betting on two horses, but, last 6 months. Oh, right. Okay. For the last 6 months, there has been something around you where you've wanted an outcome to decide for you. But every time you try to get the outcome out, you're still left where you started. Nothing's been answered. Okay? It's like if you throw a stick in the water, in the stream, right? Or two sticks, and you're saying, right, which one's going to win will be the one that I choose to do. And yet, two sticks come through at the same time, right? There's no clear answer to the question. Because what you want is a definitive A or B. What Spirit want you to do is go with both and let them then decide. Right, okay. Someone in Spirit is talking about, they used to use the phrase, 2 heads are better than one. They used to come up with these phrases that were very simple but very clever as well. It's a gentleman in spirit, and I feel that this gentleman's going back 2 generations. And I'm not too sure. Okay, I'm not too sure whether you actually knew him or you were only a babe at the time, but I do feel there are people around you who could talk about him and tell you about the phrases he used. Like, my father has a very, one that actually buggers the life out of me, and it's beggars can't be choosers, right? Well, I'd prefer not to be a beggar, but if I am a beggar, I'd still like to choose, okay? But his phrase is, beggars can't be choosers. We have free will, so we can choose. That's my view. Right, okay. Evidence. Do you understand a dog bowl and no dog?
Sorry?
Do you understand a dog's bowl but no dog? A bowl for a dog, but there is no dog. I don't know whether this is your house or someone else's house who's got a dog's bowl, but there is no dog for the dog to eat the bowl, eat from the bowl.
That I can think of.
Okay. Remember I've said that because I'm just being shown a dog's bowl, but I'm not being shown a dog. So to me, it's like someone's lost the dog, but they won't get rid of all the things from the dog, right? You know, the collar and the dog's bowl and even their food. They don't want to. They don't want to get rid of the memory of a dog. Do you understand this? And it's like they lost a dog about 9 months ago. So it's quite a long time ago. But they still won't get rid of a dog's bowl. They still won't get a replacement dog. They still won't get rid of the memories of a dog. Okay. Who smokes big cigars? That sort of big... Well, let's go that way.
Doggies.
Stogies. That sort of cigars. Oops. There was a gentleman in spirit, but there's also one on the airplane. Big cigars. Do you understand? Yes, no? 3 bags full?
I know. I don't know if I have like on my mother's side.
Yeah.
A grandfather and an uncle on my dad's side. I have a great uncle, but because of choices in life they've made, I never got to know any of them. So I don't know.
But you're aware of someone who used to smoke big cigars.
Those are the only people I could think of that would have smoked at all.
Okay.
And
But someone around you at the moment smokes cigars, big cigars. And it might even be a work connection more so than a family connection. Right. Okay. Right. Okay, I understand where this. Burt Reynolds, Smokey and the Bandit. Do you remember the film? Have you ever seen the film?
Like I've ever heard of it.
Right, you have to. You're exactly what I was going to say. There is someone. See, this is strange because there's someone around you who's talking as if you're 10 or 20 years older than what you are. Okay, so whether this is your mum, this message is for your mum, or whether it's for your dad or whatever, but I feel as though I'm talking about the 70s and the 80s type time, and they want to pass a message through you to them. Okay, so I've got cigars. Well, I'm going to show you cigars. Barbados. Yeah. Right. Okay. Do you understand Barbados? Someone going to Barbados?
They are. They didn't invite me along.
Well, it's has been Barbados.
Not.
Both your mum and dad are on the airplane. Is that right? Leo, both your mum and dad are on the airplane.
We've lost your sound, Leo. Okay.
Yep, got it back.
Just not working.
You're back.
So both your mum and dad are on the airplane. Right, okay. You can speak to both of them and ask them. Yes?
Yeah.
You come in and out, Leo.
Yeah, the sound is very intermittent. Okay. So, Smokey and the Bandit and someone smoking cigars seems to be more important to your mum and your dad at the moment. Okay? And they can help you, put you in touch with who this person was that's coming through. It's strange what I'm being shown. I'm being shown a big dialed watch, right? Black. This feels like a gentleman who's military, because I wear my watch. Just show you. Put my watch on. Right? I wear my watch upside down. Right? So in other words, as my wrist is like that, the dial is on the underneath my wrist. Okay? Yeah. Which is military. So that the light doesn't reflect off the glass. And I feel that this gentleman was possibly special forces as well. Right? I feel a military special forces connection around you. But again, in spirit. And I feel your dad might know this gentleman, or did know him quite a few years ago. Right, I'm also getting knife. Something about this is just a cutlery knife. Who dropped a knife on the floor recently?
Like a butter knife like that, or?
Yeah. Just a normal garden, home or garden, eating knife. Someone dropped a knife on the floor recently. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the old adage of knife on the floor, stranger at the door.
Sorry, I heard knife on the floor and then my coughing muffled.
Yes. Knife on the floor, stranger at the door. Right? Leo, are you into symbolism?
A little bit.
Yes. In other words, if I was to say to you, lemonade bottle, you'd have an idea of what the lemonade bottle means to you. Yes, no?
Kind of.
Right, okay. I'll tell you what it means to me. If I see a lemonade bottle, right, it's got a drink container, and then it has a water container, or you cut the head off and you can make a funnel. Right? So the lemonade bottle has got many uses rather than just the one it was designed for. And the reason why I'm giving this is because certain things to certain people mean different things. If you look at a cardboard box, it's just a cardboard box. But it depends what's inside it. Is it empty? Is it full? What else can the cardboard be used for? Packaging or, recycling. There's many different uses for it. But it's about what this gentleman's trying to get over to you, or through me to you, which is not as clear cut as I can. But there are many different ways of seeing something as there are people to see it. And your choices, you're looking for A or B, but it's not about an A or B choice. It's about going for it all and see what comes back. It's like throwing your net into the sea, catching what fish you catch, choosing out of that net what you want to keep, and then throwing the rest back. Okay? You want the answers, and you want a definitive answer, but they're not willing to give you a definitive answer. They want you to keep casting out and trawling back in. Right? Do you understand someone around you, a younger person around you, who recently has broken the phone? Dropped it on the floor, cracked screen.
I don't know if it was
Go on.
not entirely recently, like a couple of months ago.
Right, okay. Relative term, recent, right, okay. Okay. Why do I get the situation with you, Leo, but Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Have you watched that program?
I used to watch it a lot when I was younger.
Right, okay. Because with you, I want to turn around and say, phone a friend, 50-50. It's, I won't say you're indecisive, but I will say you're not really as decisive for what you should be. Okay?
Okay.
You're thinking of all the answers, but realistically sometimes we can't have all the answers, that we've just got to wait for those things to come to us. Okay. Playing with my typing. Now, I don't know why. I don't know whether there's a gentleman who's got a type-in, or where's the type-in at the present moment. But there's certainly someone around you with a type-in. Do you understand that?
Tie pin?
Type-in. A pin that goes on the tie. Type-in. Not a terrapin, a type-in.
Trying to think of any of my family who would wear a tie, or
Right.
anybody that I know.
Okay. Right. I don't know whereabouts you are, Leo, but do you understand a Toblerone? The chocolate Toblerone? Good. Nice. Because different sweets have in different places. I'm given a Toblerone to give to you, to give to someone else. Because someone around you really likes Toblerone. Again, I'm not sure whether this is your mum or your dad, but it's about they really like Toblerones. Okay? Is this your mum by any chance?
I don't know if I've ever seen her eat one.
Right, you'll have to ask. Okay.
No, she's very much into Lindor and expensive chocolate.
Toblerones can be expensive. You can get them in white, you can get them in all sorts. Ask her about Toblerone. And ask her about the other information as well. Alright. Okay. Right. Someone recently, again, I don't know whether this... Have you recently changed your aftershave? And recently is relative, yes, but change of aftershave or deodorant change.
My mom gave me new deodorant for Christmas.
Okay, well that'll work to a degree. Right. Are you using it, or is it just on the shelf?
I've used it a couple times, but it's sitting on my bathroom counter right now.
Okay, right. Can I say you don't particularly like change? You don't go with the flow? You're hesitant about trying something new? Is that right?
Depends on the activity.
So is that a yes or a no?
Leo, you are being difficult, darling.
Do you think?
It's a boy thing. Okay, I hate to be a smoosh there, but we have at least one more person who wants a reading, and we're coming close to the end of the show, so.
Leo, sending you healing for that cough. Yeah, right, okay. I'm being told about a vapor rub that you can rub on your chest, Vicks, and there's also droplets that you can put on your pillow at night that help you breathe better. I feel it's either sinuses or nasal aspects that need to be cleared, not just the cough. So you need to breathe deeper and get the mucus out. Yeah?
I got a cold a few days before Christmas, and the low humidity in my house or my apartment isn't making it better.
No. But there's a stuff, I don't know whether you have it where you are, it's called Vapor Rub. Yeah? And if you can get this, you can get droplets on your pillow, you can rub this Vapor Rub on your chest, and it helps you breathe. Okay? There's a lovely lady in spirit who would love to rub your chest to put this on. Right? Okay. The last time you saw her, you were very, very young. I feel as though 2 or 3 years of age. Yeah? Oh, it's a pussycat. Doctor No. Hey?
Someone in the chat wondered where my cat was.
Right.
Yes, okay. I'm not sure who's more of a star in this chat room, either Leo or the Kitty. Mm.
Right, very good. Okay. Are we moving on then?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Leo.
Thanks, Leo. Take care of yourself.
Okay. Next up is Miss Christie, who I'm going to unmute. Mute Leo. Leo's muted. Hey, Christy.
Hey, Darlene and Phil. How are y'all tonight?
Very well, thank you. And yourself?
I'm hanging in here for a Sunday night and just laying back trying to relax.
Okay, good. And how can I help you tonight?
I don't have any particular question. I do have a friend that crossed over last year, and I'm wondering, I think I had a dream about her last night, and she told me something, and I remember I dreamt about her, but I don't remember what the hell she told me.
Sometimes in dreams, it can just be a sense of saying hello. And because she's giving you a message, you're thinking about it. You're thinking about her, and you're getting to say hello to her. Okay. I don't know whether this is her or someone else, but I'm being told about a cotton picking minute. Just hang on a cotton picking minute. Do you understand that phrase at all?
Not at the moment.
Right. Okay. Because I feel as though someone wants to say to you, you have to be patient. There's something around you at the present moment where you've got to have more patience. That your anticipation is quite high at the moment. So you're waiting for this to happen, waiting for something to come around you. Is that right? You understand this?
Yes.
Okay. So someone's saying to me, hang on a cotton picking moment. Just wait for things to happen. Just wait for things to fall into place. Okay. Right. I'm seeing someone playing cards, but I don't know whether this is playing Jim Runny or this is playing. I had that name and now it's gone. Twist. Bridge. I don't know whether they're playing Jim Runny or they're playing Twist. Do you understand people playing cards?
Cards could be either my grandmother or my dad, but my grandmother I thought of first on my mother's side.
All right. It's like no. It's like they're playing for matchsticks. I don't feel as though it's real money, but I do feel this person's very good at it. I'm quite proficient in the card playing because I feel as though there's quite a few matchsticks around here. I'm not talking money, I'm just seeing the matchsticks. As though she was winning quite a few games. Okay. She's telling me that you are quite an astute lady. That you are worldly wise when it comes to things, especially when it comes to the likes of money and keeping hold of money. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Right, okay. Some people might say, okay, I don't know how to explain this other than say what I say. Some people might say that you only squeak when you walk, but it's just the way that you were brought up to protect what you have and not squander it. Do you understand what I mean by that?
Yeah. Some people would call me a tightwad.
Yeah, yes. But I was trying to be polite, and we tend to say they are so tight that they squeak when they walk, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a very nice one to say, but it's what spirit are using to do. But you keep doing, I'm being told by this lady, you keep doing what you've done, what you are doing, and what you should do. They don't put food on your table, clothes on your back, and provide a shelter. This lady's very down to earth, very savvy, very clever, very knowledgeable in these sorts of things. And she's saying that you've got her savvy as well. Yeah? Do you understand what I mean by this?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, and apparently I'm being told that you should start wearing your pinny again. And I feel as though that you should go back to the oven and start cooking. Is that right?
It would help my diet that I need to change, but I haven't cooked in years.
Well, I don't know. I just feel as though this is a penny, a white penny being put on you, and someone's asking you to go back to the oven and start cooking again for yourself. Okay?
Okay.
I'm being told you are quite a good cook. You did make some beautiful pastries, I'm being told. And you were very clever in the kitchen. Quite good on design and quite good on layout. Yeah? Do you understand this?
Yes, at one time.
Yes, one time. But you could do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know whether we call these type of things mince pies, which is pastry with a lid and there's mince meat inside. But I'm being shown these sort of pies. And someone's passing the pie to me to pass to you for goodness. I know you said briefly about diet, but it's, to me, they're showing me these mince pies, not just because Christmas has been and gone, but also about the goodness within, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm being shown an apple, and I'm being shown a pear as well. Okay, apples and pears. Stairs. Okay. Do you understand someone who came from London? Now, I don't know whether this gentleman's in spirit or on the earth plane, but I feel that this gentleman was from London because I've got Cockney rhyming slang being spoken.
There was a man at work.
Okay.
On another job, but as far as I know, he's still living.
No, I couldn't say whether this gentleman was passed or not, but I felt as though, or I was hearing, apples and pears, stairs, right? It's London or Cockney rhyming slang.
Mm-hmm.
Apples and pears, stairs. So someone's talking in a Cockney accent about apples and pears, stairs. Are you having difficulty with your stairs at home?
No.
No. Okay. Do you understand someone that is having difficulty with stairs, getting up and down stairs at the moment? And I feel as though my knees are very sore. So it's the knee joints.
Okay, come to think about it, when you put it that way, at work, sometimes I go up and down the steps, and I do have problems with the stairs at work.
Okay, right. It all connects because you said about work link and rhyming. Yeah, they're asking you to rub some liniment on your knees. I'm not too sure whether this is because I use a stuff called Zambuk, but I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing more likes of Tiger Balm.
Okay.
But it's a rubbing liniment that goes on your joints, and it eases the joints. It eases your knees. I've got sore knees at the moment because I've been kneeling a bit and I've been working lifting. So tonight I'll put some ointment on my knees to protect me. But I'm being shown this for you because I feel as though it's not a problem. It just needs a bit of TLC and a bit of ointment to ease your knees. Okay?
Okay.
Right? And now, so I don't know whether this person used to own a fruit shop or have a garden, but I'm also being shown an orange to give to you. And the orange to me is not just about the vibrant orange colour, but it's also about vitamin C. So I have to say to you about an orange or orange juice, orange juice from oranges, not the cordial, not the stuff that you buy in cartons, but to make your own orange juice. Okay?
Okay.
Right? You used to know someone who could make lemonade from lemons as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it was quite sweet, and that person could turn most negative things into positive things. There's an old phrase, or not an old phrase, but it's a phrase that I'm aware of. When people give you lemons, make lemonade from it. So make something positive from negative. Okay?
Okay.
So there's a few things around you at the present moment which are borderline negative, but you can change them into positive things. She's telling me that you've got a very creative, a very expressive mind, and you can look into things in greater detail and more detail than most people can. And you can find ways of moving past impressions and perceptions to make it better for you. Do you understand this?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Do you understand the birthday around the 2nd of June? And I've got an anniversary going around the 9th of October. So I've got 2nd of June and the 9th of October. Do you understand those two dates at all?
Okay, the 9th of October is a cousin's wedding anniversary and the day before my birthday. And the 2nd of June, right off the bat, I really don't, that date doesn't sound familiar.
No, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Again, because we spoke about work, I think that 2nd of June is connected with someone in a work situation around you. Okay, right. Have you been considering moving house?
Not really.
Okay, can I put it to you that the October time to May, the anniversary October time, will start things rolling where there's a house move involved. Now, I'm not saying to you need to move. I'm not saying that you should move. What I'm saying is the possibility of you moving to somewhere that is better suited to you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. I feel this is a more secure environment where there is similar people around you. Okay. I would describe this, and I'm not exactly sure where you are, but I feel as though this is a gated community. There is access through a gate, and there are people who look after the buildings and the grounds around. So I feel as though you won't be as isolated as you are at the moment.
Okay.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
But remember, I've said this about October because I feel that at the end of November you'll get the opportunity presented to you where in October you can move. Okay?
Okay.
Not me, and it's not Spirit saying you should move. It's about the opportunity being presented to you, and it's still your choice what you want to do. Okay?
Okay.
They're not saying that you have to move. They're not saying you should move. They're saying the opportunity is being presented. Okay?
Okay.
Right? And I don't know why, but I'm being shown a set of ladders. And I feel that there needs to be some work on the house that you're living in at the moment. Someone needs to get ladders onto the property and do some. I'm not too sure whether this is roof repair or this is external repairs, but I feel as though they need to get ladders to do the work. They can't do it from ground level. They have to get ladders to work. Do you understand that?
Kind of, but I live in an apartment and they just remodeled the outside about in the last year.
Okay. Did they use ladders or did they use scaffolding?
They use ladders.
Okay. No, I just got this impression of ladders more so than scaffolding. Okay. But I feel as though someone has to come back and do some repairs. I don't think something was finished off as it should be.
Okay.
Okay. So, again, I don't think it really affects you. Just, again, evidence, something coming around you so that you're aware that spirit are very much, very strong around you. Can I say that you had the opportunity to become a medium at one time?
I did start getting some visions of people, pictures of people.
Yep.
And then I've kind of shut
You
it
pushed
down.
it back. Yes.
Pushed it back.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's all right. I feel as though you could have stepped forward, but again, your choice, and that's not a problem. This communicating to spirit, communicating to people, is not for everyone. It doesn't suit everyone. And they're not disappointed with you because you've helped other people in other ways. Okay. Origami. I haven't heard that term in years. Someone is folding paper and making animals like giraffes, like elephants, like buffaloes with folded paper, coloured paper. If my memory serves, it's called origami. Now, I don't know whether this person is in spirit or on their plane, but I see people very carefully folding paper and making animals from it. Do you understand this at all?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Oh, that's strange. Have you ever watched the film Blade Runner?
Years ago, I think I saw it.
Okay. Do you remember the do you remember the Asian cop who used to make origami animals?
I would have to go back and look at it because at the moment I don't even remember what the movie was about.
Harrison Ford was in it, and it was a futuristic film. Ruta Hugger was also in it as well. But there was a cop, who was an Asian cop, who, when he was waiting for other people, used to make animals out of paper. All right. Okay. And it's about creativeness. You have a flair for creativity, but you don't always apply this creativity.
True.
And I'm being told by Spirit for you to step back a few years and pick it up again to move forward. Okay?
Okay.
Now, when I say few years, there's something that went on 3.5 years ago. We had an opportunity to do something. You were going to do it, and then you stepped back and stepped away. You understand this? 3.5 years. They're very precise in the time frame. They're saying 3.5 years. Which would be around about 2014, around June, July 2014, for what my memory serves. Could be a bit later. It could be, June, July. I'll stick with June, July 2014. Yeah, can you take that?
Now we have to think, but that could be back when a friend of mine was trying to get me to do some painting.
Yeah.
Which would have been creative.
Yes. But I feel as though it's coming back for you this time. I feel is that the wait has been worthwhile and you'll be able to get into it. I'm not saying it is painting, but I'm saying creative.
Mm-hmm.
Use your creativity again.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Okay. And again, I'm being shown someone around you at the moment who is a dead weight. Someone is just like a millstone around your neck, who's holding you back from moving forward. Someone that is stuck in their ways and won't move forward. Do you understand where I'm coming from on this?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. And don't worry about it. They've got their life. You have got yours. Just step forward and do your thing, not worried about them doing their thing or not doing their thing.
Okay.
Okay? You have more freedom now than you did 6 months or 12 months ago. More freedom, more time, I'm being told. And it is a good time for you to start hobbies that could even generate money.
Oh, wow.
It's that creative flair that I've got, and I keep seeing. For whatever reason, and I feel this is going back to childhood or adolescence, where you did something, whether this was a collage, a painting, or whatever. Someone said, "Oh, you'll never be anything," and that has stayed with you for a very long time. There's self-doubt in your ability, self-doubt in your creativity, and that's wrong. They're telling me you're a lot more creative than you give yourself credit for. You have a design flair, I'm told. Okay?
Okay.
They're showing me a silver coin. Now, I'm not too sure whether this is $50, whether this is 10 cents, but I'm being shown a silver coin. And I'm being shown someone flicking it up into the air, and then catching it, flicking it up in the air and catching it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm still not sure why they're showing me this. Okay. Again, another film that they're showing me is called Cool Hand Luke. I think it starred Robert Redford.
Paul Newman.
Paul Newman, sorry. I always get the two of them mixed up for some reason. I was looking at one and seeing the other.
I love that movie.
Well, good. Do you also remember seeing Towering Inferno as well?
Oh, that was definitely one of my favorite movies. Yeah. I saw it like 15 times at the movie theater when it came out. Okay. It sat like on the second row. I just felt part of the movie.
Yeah. But I'm also being shown that caused a bit of problem for you and elevators and high-rise block of flats or high-rise buildings. You were, for quite some time, would not go up elevators or go up high-rise blocks. Is that right?
Well, that's due to inner ear issues.
But I also see and feel the fear that film created. Remember Jaws? Remember when Jaws came out?
Yeah.
Very few people would go to the beach. Very few people would go swimming in the water because they thought Jaws was everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it's those sort of films that give a bad image for other things. And Towering Inferno was one of those films. It was shocking because it was the first type of film like that. But it could happen. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Someone is talking to me, a gentleman is talking to me. He would love to go to the pictures with you again. The old-fashioned pictures. The popcorn. Okay. Nice. That's all he wants to say tonight. But he's bringing you a single red rose. And he's giving you the single red rose.
Okay.
Do you understand this red rose?
Yes.
He's saying, all my love and none for others. None for anyone else. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Ooh. I'm not too sure whether this was Dolly Parton, but I hear a woman singing about Rose, singing a song about Rose.
There is a song, The Rose, but Bette Midler.
Oh, I'm guessing my people. As I say, I wasn't
That's
too
okay.
sure. Right. And the Rose of Texas is also being here. I'm hearing the Yellow Rose of Texas.
That would probably be my dad.
Right. Okay. Right. There is a huge amount of love in spirit for you, and I got my eyes closed because of this connection, but I can feel so much love from you, from them in spirit. So much so that I can feel a cold breeze by my feet. Can you feel the same breeze?
Yes.
Right. That's them at spirit, your loved ones in spirit around you. And with that, I will leave you for the love of spirit. Thank you for working with me.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Phil. Thank you, Chrissy.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Thank you. We ran a little bit over time, but I always give us a little bit of leeway. Phil, thank you very much for being here. Awesome. After a long day, you rocked it out, darling.
Thank you. I think I had my eyes closed most of the time in that
Yeah, I was
reading
afraid you were going to fall asleep.
No, it wasn't that. It was a huge amount of energy with that last lady. A huge amount of energy with spirit with her. And there was so much coming through, and I was trying to sort out where it was, because there was bits and pieces, and then all of a sudden it seemed to click in with the films. When I came to films, I could really sense the connection there. It was good. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good night, and we will see you all next week. And if I remember correctly, and I sometimes have a bad memory, we have Sherry coming on. So we'll see you all next weekend. Night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Take care.